To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion, and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
Hello, wonderful viewers. Merry Christmas to you all. This is a Western Togoland Situation Room where the truth about Western Togoland is being told in plain language for you to understand and be your own judge. It's a Christmas Eve. We are still in the season. Today is the 26th of December, 2020. We are currently bringing the year to a successful end. And today, Western Togoland Situation Room will be bringing you a Christmas message from the chairman of People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland. It has been a awaited program that we have been waiting all this while. And today we are blessed that our honorable, our noble chairman will be with us to give us his Christmas message for us to take home. I will take a short commercial break. When I come back, I will introduce the chairman of People's Liberation Council, where he will deliver his Christmas message. Please don't go anywhere. Stay where you are. Be with us whilst we take a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
What it do, my people? It's your boy Kingsley Ego B, aka King the Preacher, aka the Peacemaker, aka the Joy of the People. Is my peace of mind. You are now watching Trend Africa. Don't touch that dial. If you won't touch her. Come on there. Keep watching Trend Africa. We are here. Africa has come to stay. Don't touch that dial. One love. Keep watching. Ratata.
Thank you. That's a very good short commercial break. Ratata. That is your man on the picture, Mr. Royal Black Jesus. Thank you so much. We are back on the Situation Room. This is Western Togoland Situation Room, where the truth about Western Togoland is being given to you in a plain language for you to be your own judge. Today we have my guest, Mr. Ben Adelikosi, who is the chairman of People's Liberation Council. He will be giving us the Christmas message from PLC, People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland. Mr. Chairman, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Seth. I have a very short message for the people of Western Togoland and Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen of Western Togoland and Ghana, it is my joyful duty to extend the best wishes of the People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland to you all this Christmas. It is our sincere vision that the union of Western Togoland and Ghana shall develop harmoniously, as the wrong concept about our relation are eventually fading away through the education and public sensitization activities of the PLC and other like-minded people. We are confident that with a clearer understanding, the celebration of this year's Christmas shall spark anew in you a common joy that the world obtains from the incarnation of the creature's love some 2,000 years ago. May the love of the Creator that flows into creation at Yuletide grant you all the blessing for the coming new year in the renewal of your commitment, the development of the kingdom of peace on earth. Thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. That was a very short and a wonderful Christmas message to our lovely Ghanaians and people of Western Togoland alike. We are blessed and happy that the chairman has been able to give us his message. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. We'll take a short commercial break. When we come back, I'll bring Mr. Solomon Agbenya whilst we dive into the chairman's message and the way forward for Western Togoland. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short commercial break.
Before, there was no football match that I, patenting Papani Papa Phil esophagus, would prevent my optical nerves from witnessing. But since the unwelcome, ubiquitous, and hazardous coronavirus, I have nipped all public commingling, interfusion, gathering, and cocooned myself to my permanent place of domicile. Health authorities and aficionados have outlined a few steps to follow.
We never see this kind of thing before. What the COVID-19? We never hear this kind of word before.
Wrong. Please sneeze into a tissue and dispose it off immediately.
This kind of virus is here to kill. So make we take all the precautions.
Wash your hands with soap under running water or clean them with alcohol-based hand sanitizer immediately before touching any object, especially objects with public usage.
This kind of virus, you don't know rich, you don't know poor person.
Also drink a lot of water intermittently, exercise, and have a lot of rest. I appeal to you, proletarians, bourgeoisies, laws and themselves. Let's be mindful of our actions and inactions. Let's follow the do's and don'ts as outlined by health experts so that we contain this pandemic that is causing pandemonium, ululation, coronaphobia the world over with abracadabras,
coronavirus.
Much. Welcome back from that short commercial break. Viewer, you are allowed to send in your comments. Today's show is going to be a very short one. We're not going to be here for long. And I can see Tagbi Gamaja is watching. Tagbi Gamaja, hello to you, wherever you are. You have been a committed follower of Western Togoland Situation Room. We appreciate your time and commitment that you show anytime the program is on. I'm waiting for a few guys to come in. I'm not seeing my favorite guy. I'm looking for Mr. Christian Avono, Mr. Togbi Blango, and the rest. I've never seen them yet. Okay, but I think my guest, Mr. Solomon Agbenya, will be ready. And then from now, I'll take up the show from there. That is the message from the chairman of People's Liberation Council. He'll be very brief and short. He gives us his Christmas message. Wishing us long life and prosperity. He's telling us how we move the Western Togoland forward, the love and the love we share together with Ghana and Western Togoland alike, and what we're expecting from our fellow brothers and sisters in Western Togoland and Ghana for the year ahead of us. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much time, let me bring to you my next guest on the program, Mr. Solomon Agbenya. Mr. Solomon, you are welcome to Western Togoland Situation Room.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back with you and also to exchange a few ideas with our fellow Ghanaians and Western Togolanders.
Thank you so much. I am sure you listened to the chairman when he delivered his Christmas message. It was very short and precise. You have anything to say about that?
Not much, but because like the chairman said, we have lived together over the years, and like brothers and sisters. But there are things that are not going well that we need to address, and we are still trying our best, and we wish that this coming year be a year of solutions to the problems that both parties are facing.
Okay. Thank you so much. For some time now, the Western Togoland situation has been projecting the true and the core value of Western Togoland. The chairman did mention about some development program activities that we are engaged in. He talked about development of Western Togoland and stuff like that. But then looking at the way forward, for some time now, we've not been getting any response from the government of Ghana as our counterpart in this struggle for restoring Western Togoland as a noble state. What do you think? What do you think should be the way forward once we are entering into 2021? What should we be expecting from both government and that of Western Togoland? But of course, you can choose to comment on anyone. If you want to only talk about Western Togoland or Ghana, that's fine. Ghanaians or Western Togolanders. The way forward, what should we be expecting them to do in 2021?
The way forward for me is an obvious one. That is a mutual understanding. So, like they say, we are living like two solitudes. That means we are two partners, but we live in solitude in the sense that we have a common goals to reach, and we are not doing what we need to do to come together and build a society where people on both sides live harmoniously for the development. So it may sound a little bit far-fetched, but Western Togoland and the citizens of Western Togoland and of Ghana have been together, but there are some issues that need to be fixed, and this is what we are working toward to, and we hope that our fellow Ghanaians understand the situation or are willing to deal with the situation as brothers and sisters to avoid any negative outcome. So this is what I would say. If you want to develop it, we can develop it, but it's important that the citizens of Ghana and the citizens of Western Togoland come together and look into the problems that they have. Nobody is going to ignore those problems. We can't just hide them. We have a problem that are currently making our situation not very favorable to either part. So let's sit together and put the problems in front of us and let us discuss those problems.
Good. Yeah, talking about problem, putting the problem in front of us for us to sit and discuss it like brothers and sisters in a very harmonious manner, in a very peaceful manner. At least negotiation or dialogue is better than anything else.
Yes.
So, like you said, there are a lot of Western Togolanders, people who fall within the Western Togoland demarcation, who have also strived their way through, and they've been able to make it to a certain level of position in Ghana. And I personally feel that they should be talking about Western Togoland restoration issue. but they are not talking about it. People of Western Togolanders of higher places who have make it possible to reach position. They are not talking about this issue. They are aware. It's not that they are not aware, because this issue has been in the public domain for some time now.
Yes.
And they are not talking about it. What is the way forward? Do you think they should try their best, or your advice to them? Do you think they should try their best to get involved and say something?
I think there are two reasons for that. The first, and that is ignorance, is the term of not knowing certain facts. And if you don't know, it's very it becomes very dicey situation to say I don't know very much and I don't want to deal with that situation. It may lead me to some place that I would not like to go. And then you have the second situation where people just don't want to know. People don't want to know because the thought that it's not going to favor them. But we need to place the reality in front of both sides, Western Togoland side and Ghana side. And we have to say it very forcefully. These are two territories. And it has to be clear in the minds of both Ghanaians and citizens of Western Togoland. These territories, there are two territories that are not one taken from the other. These are two territories that are supposed to live independently, but it has been agreed upon on the instigation of the United Kingdom that one of the territories, which is Western Togoland, could not, survive on its own, and that this territory should be joining Ghana at her independence of Ghana. That was not in the plans of the United Nations. It was clear for everybody. All the documents prove it, that the United Nations didn't start saying that, okay, Western Togoland, or that Togoland under British administration will become a territory that will be merging with Ghana at the independence. But it's the United Kingdom that suggests that Western Togoland join. And United Nations say, okay, if that's what you think, let's ask the people of that territory. The people decided they want to join as in a union. Now, so far, it's normal. Okay. But then the union, we have never found any trace of that union on paper or in the practice. This is where the thing leads us up to date. What we want is, okay, if we vote for a union, let's establish the union. That is just simple. You don't need to be an expert in anything to understand. You don't need rocket science to know that if two territories want to join in a union, they have to sit down and work on the terms of the union. This is where we are. We just want the union to be established, and we are ready to go into those negotiations with Ghanaians if they are really willing, and we hope that they will, because it's helped both sides. So that is what we want, or we wish that both parties engage in 2021, so that we don't return to the situation where, like, two people talking, not listen to each other. So Ghanaians have to come to Western Togolanders also. They come together and say, okay, what is the situation? What is your problem? We say the problem. We present the problem, and then what will be the solution? We discuss the solutions. And the solution should not be difficult because we want a union. Okay, we want the union, then let's establish the union. If by chance the other party say, well, you don't need a union, then we need what to do. Or if they don't need union, we'll know what to do. But we want the union with Ghana. Now, but that union should be established. That is the main point. So no bullying or no threatening. No, sit at the table and discuss the union and see what we can do.
Sure. Thank you so much. I think that the message is clear. We want the union, and it will be unfair on part of the other side to say you don't want the union. The very people who did not even decide whether they want to be in union with Western Togoland before that union thing came up. I'm saying that because when Britain went into plebiscite to ask Western Togolanders to choose between union or separation from the Gold Coast, they did not ask the Gold Coast people or the citizens of the Gold Coast to vote whether they want the union with Western Togoland or not. So in actual fact, it was not on record whether the people who comprise in the territories that formed the Gold Coast, that became Ghana, it is not clear whether they want Western Togoland to be in union with them at all, because that information, it is nowhere to be found. Because if you want to go to union and you ask one part, do you want to be in union with the Gold Coast? The person say yes. I think you have to go back to the Gold Coast and ask them if they also want to be in union with Western Togoland, for them to say yes or no. Western Togoland voted to be in union with the Gold Coast, yet the Gold Coast did not vote whether to accept that union or not. So it will be difficult at this time for the people who we don't know whether they want the union or not to say that we don't want to give you the union. I think that we have an issue there.
Yes. There's one thing that we need to put across for everybody to hear and maybe to ponder. Western Togolanders have not demanded union with Ghana. They have not demanded union. What they did, what happened is Western Togoland separation. The word separation, if doesn't need to be, because Western Togoland was not linked to Gold Coast. Western Togoland was separate. So what's happened that the Ghanaians and Western Togolanders alike need to know? The two territories were under the administration of Great Britain or the United Kingdom. One of the territories is United Kingdom's colony. The second one, which is Western Togoland or British Togoland, was a country that I will say was trust territory of the United Nations. So now Britain has, or United Kingdom has, two solutions. Either give independence to Ghana and give independence or autonomy to Western Togoland, and then both go apart. Now, what Britain did that everybody needs to hear and understand, Britain decided that she is going to give independence to the Gold Coast and did nothing for the other territory. Instead, suggest that that territory join Ghana after Ghana independence without giving Western Togoland either autonomy or independence. So Ghana became independent. Western Togoland was in limbo, not autonomy, so self-ruling, not independent. And then they say we have joined Ghana in union. That's the problem that everybody needs to understand and ponder. How come that two territories administered by the same authority, one got independence, the other not, and joined to the independent? At least if they have joined the two before independence, then there will be that will make sense that the two have gained independence. But one got independence, and the other one that was not independent or has a self-administration is asked to join, and join without any form, on official form, just a letter to inform the United Nations that the union has been effected. That is the situation we have to deal with. So both Ghanaians and Western Togolanders, if we are not in the union, then what is our condition situation? That's very important for everybody to know. Are we in union? Yes or no? So if the union, we have to be in a union, then the union has to be established. So far, that union has not been established. And this is the only thing we are asking for. And for both countries to live in harmony, the union is the first thing to do. Even if it's delayed, it's better than never, because it will not make sense to continue living like that. And one person doesn't know why she belongs or she is with the other person. So this is what we need to know. So New Year coming, this is our hope for both Western Togolanders or citizens of Western Togoland and citizens of Ghana to come together and make an impact. So no need to fight, no need to insult the left and right, but let's go to the core of the problem and solve it, so to show the world that we have evolved enough, that we have become adult enough to solve our problem. And I said it last time, if we think that we can't do it on our own, let's invite the United Kingdom, that was at the start of the whole problem, to help us. So these are just the two possible solutions. Either we do it on our own as adults, as a nations, or we feel that we can do it. So we call the person, the group or the country who is at the core or of the situation to come and help. That will not be will not feel any shame.
That is not too much to ask.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Sure. The message is clear. We are matured enough. We need to show some civility, just as People Liberation Council have taken the step to show civility, that we are non-violence group. Mr. Solomon have repeated again. He said, no need to fight.
Yes.
We are not ready to engage anybody in fight of this. We need to show civility. We need to show maturity. We need to show the world that we are mature enough to settle our own problem. That is why People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland is taking a very negotiable approach, so that government of Ghana and the people of Western Togoland will come to the negotiation table, and then we dialogue. Then we can have this problem resolved amicably. Again, Mr. Solomon's word, no need to fight.
No need to fight. No.
Then let me go to my viewers. I have a few comments. My good friend is here. Tommy Blengo, you are welcome. I salute you. Merry Christmas, Tommy Blengo. Tommy Gramaja, Merry Christmas. Tommy Gramaja says, I welcome you, Comrade Agbenya of PLC, Western Togoland citizen. Tommy Blengo, congratulations. This is Koshi Bones. Me Mivegbela. I don't know what that is. Clemens Kweku, this is Clement Kweku says, these people are not ready to listen to us, so let's find another strategy.
Yeah.
The strategy is that they will listen. We'll keep talking and they will listen. That is the best strategy so far. That is coming from Clemens Kweku, and this is Tetevia Simon. Ghana British are not trying to side with us. That's from Tetevia, and this is Tagbi Gemeja reply to Tetevia. Ghana British are not trying to side with us. This is Tagbi Gemeja. So what do we think we should do? This is Gemeja. This is Kekeli Jeremiah. We citizens of the land are suffering. This is Gemeja again. As you know, Western Togoland is not for only the airways. That is why. Thanks. And then okay, this is Avocat Simon Nelson Gamo. Keep it up. Very interesting message to Ghana. This is Bansa Bebe Mau Nyega. Okay, Mau Nyega. We need to come together and fight the oppressors' rule. That is from Bansa Bebe Mau Nyega. God is great, I think. This is Avonio Christian. Yes, my man, you are welcome. I started with you. I was looking for you to come. I think you came in late today. Mr. Christian, you are welcome. Merry Christmas. My salutes, my respect, Mr. Christian Avonio. This is Christian Avonio. He says, oh, okay. He didn't say nothing. Just say, I'm watching. That's okay. This is Clement. Clement, I read one of your message already. Kakeli, I read one of your message already. Okay. These people have read some of their messages, so I will not be repeating everything that they said.
Brother Sid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we finish, I would like to address some of the comments because it's important to know.
Okay, go on. Go on.
Anyway, we finish because maybe some people will say the same thing. Otherwise, I would like to respond some of the comments.
UN will keep set down and our loved one rot in cell. I don't understand what Kali Jeremiah is saying. She says, so UN will keep sit down and our loved ones rot in cell.
Yeah, that means the UN is not doing anything while
people are in the cell. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, your message is clear, Kelly. Thank you, Mr. Agbenya, for getting the message clear. This is Avocat Simon. He said, let's match them boot to boot so that we can get our country back. No. That is what Mr. Agbenya will be likely to address. This is okay. Tetevia, we need our motherland. This is Tetevia Simon. This is Paul Omani. The enemies of our unity as one Ghana are using you to destroy and further disunite us. Let's stay together and rather fight for the good for all and our development.
Okay, can I start my response by the last one?
Yes.
Okay. What we are together. We are together. We just want to know what is the condition of our being together. What brought us together? This is what many Ghanaians don't know, or some of them don't want to know. It's not enough to say we are together, so we should not separate. No, because the fact on the ground show that we are not living in an harmonious condition. So, and one thing is we haven't heard the Ghanaian government address Ghanaians who do not understand the situation, who say all kinds of evil things against Western Togoland. I'm not talking about airways like some people think, because Western Togoland, like somebody said, is not just airway land. So the thing is there, the documents are there, and Ghanaians have to know so that they will avoid some utterings that don't help the situation. So my second idea is there's no need to say we want to meet boot to boot or something like that. No, we don't want that situation. We have seen already very recently the situation in Ethiopia and Tigray, and boot to boot. What we have as a result, people die, people suffering in misery, and that is not what we want, because our situation is so clear that if we want to listen, just want to listen, then we do not need like a fighting or getting our land back. No, we are on the land already, but we want the right to be on this land and work on the land and in harmony with our neighbors. But you can't tell me that this land, I can have it as my own and live with you. We share all the things on the land, but we have the right to be the owners. So this is a very important for our people to know. So no desire for the Western Togoland, even some people said, to go and start fighting for a piece of land. No, if we fought, we fight, at the end, there'll be tears and bloods everywhere that will not have a solution, because whoever wins that battle will find himself or herself with destructions, and that we don't want. Is it easier to fight, to shoot guns and use machetes against each other than sit at a table and say, okay, this is your right, this is my right, this is how we can put things together and go forward? I think that the second solution is the best. We can't just accept to go fighting for, I would say, nothing, because just for the pride of fighting. No, the solution is there. We know that we will be in union with Ghana, and that union was imposed somehow by the United Kingdom. And we say, okay, now we go to the plebiscite, and those who want the union had the say, and we want that union now officialized. That is our demand, single demand. Union, okay, let's officialize the union, and everything will be okay.
Good.
Everything will be okay.
So,
other party doesn't want to hear about the union, then what does the other party want? No union?
What do you want?
Question we have to ask everybody: union or no union?
No union. What do you want?
Yeah, if you say no union, then what do you want?
What do you want?
If you say no union, then you don't even need to give another answer, because the answer is there. So separate. So
your comment is clear. Your response is clear. You say your single demand is union.
Union.
That is clear.
Yeah, union.
Union we want. And you also be clear.
Let's officialize the union.
Exactly.
And yeah, is that so difficult to do? My brothers and sisters from Ghana, of Ghana and Western Togoland, I don't think it's so difficult to do. With a goodwill on both sides, it's not so difficult.
Exactly. Let me acknowledge Mr. Emmanuel Okai, my senior brother, is watching. Thank you. Merry Christmas to my big brother. I'm happy that today you have the time to watch Western Togoland Situation Room. Wherever you are, I know you'll be at work, but I'm surprised that you are watching Western Togoland Situation Room. Today is a special edition, and today is Esma's message. The chairman gave an Esma's message, and Mr. Solomon Benya is continuing the program. Mr. Emmanuel Okai, I salute you and welcome you. Wish you Merry Christmas. Mr. Tetevia is saying that why British go to UN and said we should be union with Ghana. Why in Africa? Ghana and British don't understand democracy. Well, that is coming from Tetevia. That is your opinion. I think when you talk about democracy, the other people understand it better. Even if it is not working in your way, people understand. Yeah, Mr. Solomon.
Yes.
You were very clear. You said we have seen the aftermath of boot to boot, so there is no need for us to engage in those boot to boot. You made it clear that sitting by the table and look at each other and say, this is my right, this is your right, this is the way we can work it out, is the best solution and is the way forward for Western Togoland. And that has been a position of People's Liberation Council of Western Togoland. All this while we have been advocating that there is nothing like come and do boot to boot thing, but what we need to do is to sit down and talk as brothers. We have been saying that Ghana and Western Togoland have been living together for a very long time. They are interconnected, that there's no way we can break one away from other. But you, like you said, what that we are demanding, our simple and a singular demand is the union. I think that is in the right direction, and this is not a too much thing to ask. This is not anything that anybody to be afraid of.
Yeah.
It is something that is due for us, and we must do it.
And let us appease some people, because the last person who intervened was upset because of the way Britain did the things, and he said it's not just and also not the democracy. Yeah, that person is right. That person is right.
He said Ghana and British don't understand democracy. But before then, the first comment he posted was, he said, why British go to UN and said we should be union with Ghana. Ghana. Why in Africa?
Because we have to be honest as a mature people to know that the Europeans didn't come to Africa for our good or pretty eyes or anything. They want to exploit the continent with the how do you call it, all the resources. That is was whether the German, the British, the French, the Portuguese all want a piece of African wealth. So when they sit on a territory, they don't want to give it up. And we need to tell the truth so that we can't just hide and say the thing. They didn't come just to make us more, how do you call it, to make us happier or more developed. No. When we come to a situation where they can't go farther, then they give up a little bit. This is what happened. So Britain has not been an angel, just like France. All are the same. So France and Britain didn't want to let go the German territories and the other territories. But the United Nations intervened. The League of Nations and United Nations intervene so that they don't, conquer the other territories. That is the reality. Now, why Britain will go and tell the United Nations that British Togoland should join Ghana? That is a subject to a debate that we had to do in our group, both citizens of Ghana and citizens of Western Togoland, enlarged to Africa. This is what happens. So the fact that the Britain did that is because, just like the French, they didn't want Togoland or the French administration become independent. This is why they keep that territory, although that territory become autonomous under the French Union, is because France didn't want to let that territory go The only thing they want to do, if you want autonomy, we will give you, provided you remain in French union. That's what happened. Now, what happened to the Western Togolanders? This is where the problem is, the nut of the problem that we should not, avoid to tackle. Britain, the fact that Britain just suggests on her own has to let us ponder a little bit, because we all expect, the Western Togolanders expect, that either the two part of German Togo become one, or they separate and they remain with the two groups, the British and the French. So now the problem is the British part should have been administered with Ghana, prepare as a territory to become independent, and then they will become independent. But what didn't happen is that Britain decided that they are going to give independence to their territory, Gold Coast, and denied to Western Togoland. That is where the problem starts. You can't just have two territories you're administering, you give independence to one, and you deny to the second one, and tell the second one to join the first one. It doesn't make sense. Now, if we allow that, then we say, okay, let's come together and form a union. This is where we are up till now. Let's form the union. And I think we are the one really being more accommodating. Britain didn't give us independence or autonomy. Push us to be in union with Ghana, fine. So let's do the union. Now, our question to the Ghanaians is, do we want the union? We'll have to ask those questions over and over, and we want to hear from the Ghanaians. It's important that we hear from them. Not the Kwesi Pratt or the others who say they are the security expert, who say gel them or gel them and pull the key out. No, let us answer those questions. Let's come together and do it as a civilized people who don't want to, go back to war or any kind of bullying tactics.
Sure, you have made your point clear. Let me acknowledge Mr. Divine Odonko. I can see you are watching. Thank you so much for watching, Mr. Divine Odonko. The last time you watched my program, and today you are also watching Western Togoland Situation Room. I am
Merry Christmas, Divine.
Yeah, greeting, Mr. Divine. We hope that you are doing well. We know you are not feeling well after a couple of okay, I will leave it there, but I'm hoping that you are doing well. You watched my program the last week, and this week too, you are watching. I tried calling you, but your phone is not going. I don't know if you still have my number. If you do, you can give me a call. Thank you so much, Mr. Divine Odonko, for watching this program. This is Western Togoland Situation Room. Before I come to, I've seen some few comments, but before I go to that, I need to talk about something here about Ghana media. If you take Ghana media into consideration in terms of Western Togoland issue, I do not see the impact of the media in this manner, because the media is not getting involved. It's either they are not interested, or it's either the government do not want them to get involved. It's either they don't want to seek the truth. And anytime the media want to talk about Western Togoland, you can see that they lack the necessary knowledge to talk about Western Togoland. You see that there is no one media in Ghana that I can tell you that, as for this station, as for this journalist have done a thorough investigation, have searched the truth about Western Togoland, so that when people sat before them and they are asking them questions, they can ask a vital and important question. No journalists in Ghana have been able to show that kind of level they used to show in other areas when you have to do with if it is concerned Ghana as a country. You know, some of the journalists are very good. They do due diligence, they do investigation, they do fact-finding before they come and sit behind the screen or behind the cameras and have their guests. So when they are asking questions, they ask very important questions. They ask questions that lead to the thing. But you can see the media houses, the journalists, they go on the street and listen to anybody say something, and then they carry that and then they bring it on screen and we're asking people. You ask yourself, where from this? So you, the journalist, you don't have anything yourself. You can't find nothing. You can't find the truth. I don't know if I'm the only person seeing that, because the media house in Ghana has failed as long as Western Togoland issue is concerned. None of the media houses have tried to go to the depth of the issue of Western Togoland, to come out and do a thorough interview to tell the public that, yes, this is the thing. This is how it is. Information is out there.
No.
Information is out there.
Yeah.
How much does it cost for journalists to go and search for the truth, to go and search for the facts? And they are not doing it, and they are only going on the street. Anything people say on the street, they carry it and they go on their TV station, they go on radio station, they talk about it, and then they say they are journalists. I don't know if I'm the only one seeing it. I don't know if you also see the same.
No, brother Seth, you are not the only one, but there's a reason for that. And that's why we have to start telling the things as they are. Many people, Ghanaians, have not learned the history of the relationship between Western Togoland or British Togoland and Gold Coast and Ghana. Most people don't know. So those who are saying things or writing things now, they go from their emotions, from what the government, or because the government portray people like secessionists, for instance. If you say secessionist, that means these are a country together and part of that country want to go away. British Togoland or Western Togoland was not part of Gold Coast. So you can't call people for Western that they are secessionists. And one thing I forgot to do from the beginning, I was just starting the secondary school when I first heard the word irredentist or irredentism. I don't know if you know that term, but these are the terms they were using before, after, or even before the plebiscite. So irredentism is a situation or people want to reclaim a territory that belongs to them based on history or legend. Okay, it happened in Europe, especially the word come from Italian irredenta. So that means this territory has been lost. So Western Togoland is not lost. It's a territory on its own. Now, those people don't know. So when they say secessionist or irredentism, they think that we belong to the British colony, Gold Coast, that we are independent with Gold Coast. And they didn't even know that we were not independent with Gold Coast. No. They thought that we became independent with Gold Coast. Gold Coast became independent before we joined. So we asked Ghanaian, what is our status in that union? Are we equal partner? Are we equal partners? If that is the case, one person is independent.
Since the union is not established and we do not see the terms and references of the union.
And I remember
the status of the Western Togolanders in the union, so we are not equal here.
I remember an interview with Mr. Kosi and Mr. Kwesi Pratt Jr., where Kosi Kedem was lecturing Kwesi Pratt Jr., and Kwesi Pratt Jr. didn't have an answer. So he restored to say, okay, well, we are having everything, Ghana is giving out everything while we are complaining. No, that's not true. We were not demanding, or we are not asking for a union with Ghana so because we are poor. It's Britain who suggests to the United Nations that we should join not Gold Coast, but we should join a territory who will become independent. So that doesn't mean that we could not cater for ourselves. But being that it was, and it still is, we are in union, we are supposed to be in union, they say we are in union, and that union has no document of being established. And second, there was another journalist that was saying that, okay, when two companies merge, the bigger company will swallow.
I watched that.
You watched that. Okay. When two companies merged, the bigger one swallow give the name of the bigger company. This is not a merger. A merger, that means the smaller company.
Corporation. This is a political union we are talking about.
Even leave it at the corporation. The smaller business or enterprise negotiate with the bigger one so that it can lose its name or it can submit to the bigger one. So
yes.
that doesn't work
after negotiation.
Yes, after negotiation, exactly.
Because the smaller company will not lose her name just like that without getting nothing.
No.
So losing the name means I'm getting something to lose my name for your name.
Yes.
But that is not the case of Western Togoland. Even the union was not negotiated.
Yes. This is where this program is very important for everybody to listen, not just for the Ghanaians, but the citizens of Western Togoland to know the situation we are in. Okay, Britain joined a European Union through negotiation. They have negotiated hardly, and then they joined for many decades, and then they decided they want to leave the union, and they have to negotiate the departure too. This is how civilized society work. Okay, you can't say, okay, I want to marry this woman, and not even, ask for any condition. Let the woman ask for some condition because you want to be with that woman, and then you say we are married. No, at least there should be some negotiation. So we have to explain it in different ways for our people to understand. They don't understand. So they will come and make the pronouncements and cast the aspects on people. No, they have to understand. Once they understand, people from Western Togoland, from the south to the north, we are in the same situation. It's not just people from the Volta region, like they say. They are the same. We are the same. We have the same situation. Let's be in a union, because anyway, whether you separate, become an independent state, you'll still be with Ghana, within Western Africa, and within African Union, which, by the way, I don't consider that a real union, because it's a union of head of states. Okay, it's a union of people. The same thing about ECOWAS. It's not a union of people, it's a union of the head of states, because they don't work toward the integration of the sub-region. So far, they are not even able to have a common currency.
well, that have a bigger political issue across, and
No.
we all
But
know
we
why
have
that
to
is
share
happening.
with
But
that.
we'll leave that one there.
We have to see that within Ghana, within our region. So if you want to do something solid, we need to build the basis for those things. So if you want to have a solid union, everybody knows their right and obligations. So, and if you don't respect those rights and obligations, then there's a problem. But if there's nothing, so everybody can do what they want. That's not what we want. We want Africa to move forward, to become an integrated part of Africa, like a sub-region. So Ghana and Togo will just be a region of, united West Africa, for instance. It will be a region or state. Yeah, you have Ghana as a state, Togoland, Western Togoland, or Nigeria as state, but we have a common goal to develop the sub-region. So the small infighting because of injustice have to stop.
Sure. That is clear. The injustice would have to stop, and then you could see when they said when injustice become law, resistance become duty, and we will resist any injustice that is inflicted upon us, but we will do that through negotiation and citizen diplomacy. Mr. Solomon, today's program will be very short. I will be leaving you soon, but then I will want you to start preparing your mind for your message, your Christmas message.
Yes.
For Western Togolanders and Ghanaians. I have one question to ask before we go to that, but let me read what my viewers brought today. We are doing the show together with our viewers. This is coming from Togbi Gremedra. So what is international human rights are saying about our situation before it's too late? My comrades, let's invite one of them. This is Togbi Blango. Ghana must stop criminalizing the name Western Togoland. These days, even Western Togolanders are even afraid to mention the name Western Togoland. This is Prosper Johnson. Why are you people always talking about union? Please explain. That is coming from Prosper Johnson. He said, why are you people always talk about union, not independence of the land? Again, the same guy, Prosper Jr. This is Osei Mreku Ruben. He said, terrible people. Maybe Osei, you don't understand what we are discussing. This is coming from Kakali Jeremiah. He said, you two, you have your part to play. Welcome. This is Paul Omani. Already we are fighting for one United States of Africa for socioeconomic development across the continent. Why further disunite a little country like Ghana? Let's stay together in love.
Okay. I will address that particular question.
Okay. Any media talk about Western Togoland, they are always closed. They always close them. Any media that talk about Western Togoland, they always close them. What he's trying to say is that if any media station that talk about Western Togoland, they close the station. We also know about one of the stations run by Bestway Zoto, which is a Northtown radio. He always talk about Western Togoland, and the station was closed down, which was a slap in the face of a free speech. And we saw that, but we were not into that. We were talking about the media itself, how they handle the issue, whether they talk about it as supposed to. If the journalists they do fact finding about the issue before they come on air, or they just go on the street and talk to anybody on the street and pick their information from the street and then come on air and talk about anything. That's what we're talking about.
Not from the street. From the opinion they're here in the country.
Yes, hearsay. It's just like a hearsay, and then they carry it on And then this is Tetevia again. He said, revolution will bring the truth about Western Togoland issue. We don't want revolution. I'm sorry.
No. Revolution is a good thing, but you don't just use the word. The word alone doesn't achieve anything. So,
okay, thank you, Mr.
yeah.
Solomon. This is Kakeli Jeremiah. Curse beat. Oh, we don't want to curse any man here. I don't want to read that one.
No.
Osemreku Ruben, he said, let's have our peace. This is Tetevia Simo. We African Union is not good for us. Osemreku again, he said, I hope you didn't vote on December 7th. This is Bansa Bebe Mawenyega. He said, what can we do to regain our country back when the UN seems to be so quiet? And
Yeah,
then this
this
is Paul Omani. He said, okay, after separation, what next? We have been made to separate into tiny little countries, weak to negotiate with the bigger countries such as Europe, China, and America. This is Abraham Amponsan, Western Togola Independent is nonsense.
Okay. We should address those things, yes. We should address those questions.
This is Kekeli Jeremiah, Mr. Solomon, I salute you. This is Abraham Amposa again. It's nonsense idea. Stop it. I think Mr. Abraham should understand that on Western Togoland Situation Room, we don't insult.
No. Let me address that particular question.
That's the end of the,
Yes. People who speak like that because they don't have argument. If you don't have argument, you use those words. If you say it's nonsense, and some people talk about African Union or like a Pan-Africanism, that we have to address. Pan-Africanism doesn't mean annexation. We have to be blunt now. I'm not going to insult people, but when you take a United Nations, United States, you take the European Union. Members of the European Union make a solid union. United States is a solid state, state, but it's made of states. Europeans have not annexed another country to make a European Union. You can be as small as Latvia and be a respected member of the European Union. So it's not the size alone. Ghana is, even with the Western Togoland, is giving her, wealth or resources almost free of charge.
Mr. Solomon, you have to fix your camera. It's a little bit down. Fix it for me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's
a little bit more. I can only see your head. I cannot see your full face.
Oh,
oh, okay, good.
Sorry.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Now I can see you clearly.
So we can be in a union. We don't want, people say that we want to have a small separate states. No, we want Ghana has to accept that we are in a union. This is the only thing we are asking for. But people say we want to take our country back. If you take your country back, will you be by yourself? No. Even if you take it back, we'll still be in ECOWAS. What we have to do is try to make sure that ECOWAS become a real regional organization that it should be. So it's very important. So talking about the United Nations doing nothing, and when we are our case.
Yeah, I want to bring your mind back to the comment you want to respond to. That is coming from Paul Omani. He said, already we are fighting for one United States of Africa for socioeconomic development across the continent.
Yes,
why further disunite a little country like Ghana? Let's stay together in love.
Okay.
Well, the comedy.
That's just talking. To Ghana, to get that in love, we are not in love. We are not in love. So it's just talking. It's talking for the sake of talking. United States of Africa, we are centuries, centuries. That is something we have to think about, centuries. We have to start building that union step by step, stone by stone. It's
Well,
not
I
just
think
boundary.
that even that if you want a United States of Africa, that does not mean the people of Western Togoland should sell their birthright. We
You know,
can't give up our birthright because of United States of Africa. You can go ahead with United States of Africa, but you must respect other people's birthright.
no. Let me tell you one thing. I'm not you, but the listeners and from both sides. United States of America is not just one country. It's made
Exactly.
of 50 plus states, and a state like New Jersey is small.
Very,
And
very small.
there are some states that have less than 1 million, but they have the same right. They have their
Exactly.
government. They have everything, but they are part of it. So people who talk about the United Africa, they are dreamers who have their feet in the clouds, because Africa is the second largest continent on the planet Earth. So have you ever heard of United Asia? One government economic of Asia? No, but they are flourishing. So if you think that because you bundle all the countries together and then it will make you be strong, no, we don't want that. You see what happened in the Congo, for instance. That is a big country, but has no control over the territory. So before you have a united Africa, so to speak, you have to be able to have control over the territories. We don't have it. So Ghana doesn't even have control over the territories. Since there are people who come and dig gold without people knowing, or cutting the rosewood without people next know what is happening. So it's not because we are too small, because the human factor, which means people who think of the interest of the country first, that is make a country develop. It's not just a size. So we need to depart from that kind of. I am a Pan-Africanist, but not the one who talks that we want a big continent, everybody together in the same pot, and then we will defend ourselves. If we have a continent with a tyrant in front, that tyrant can sell the whole continent to one single country in Europe or America or Asia. So this, we need to have people dedicated to the continent. Talking alone, it doesn't make it. Talking alone doesn't make it. We have to build it stone by stone. When it's come to a time where we have like a Western African regional entity, where we have leaders who think of the development, then the small state within that big ensemble will feel free. The ethnic groups will feel free, will not see the other as a stranger or foreigner. Will not, the Togolese will not call the Beninois foreigners. The Ghanaians will not call Ivorian foreigners, because they have a boundary. So, and Ghanaian will not call Western Togolander foreigners, although we are state, but we belong to a big entity. So we respect one another. So this is what we want. Not just bundling in the name, but states in the name of Pan-Africanism without any real construction of that entity. So my fellow Western Togolanders or citizens of Western Togoland trying to go to fight or meet boot to boot, that is not the what we should be doing, because once you go there, see what is happening or what has happened in Tigray territory in Ethiopia. We don't want to have refugees, because when it started, this is what is going to happen. And there's a better solution, less costly solution, which is Ghana is our neighbor. We want, whether we want it or not, we are bound to be together. Not, forced to be together, but accept to be together. When both parties accept to be together, the union will flourish. But if one or both are reluctant to meet each other, then there's a problem. So I beg my fellow citizens of Western Togoland, trying to go to war, I don't know where you are going to. Are you going to spend the little resources you have in buying weapons? After you have spent the whole money buying weapons, you have nothing. Then you'll go back and say, okay, lend us money. No. The solution is easier. Let the Ghanaians tell us that we want to be together. They have to tell us. So this is what we have to be asking. Are we together? Do we want to be together? Do you want us to be in union? Because so far, the union was just in the air. There's no proof. There's no marriage certificate. Okay, let's.
Right, that's clear. There is no proof of the union.
No,
And
proof the union. You say we are in union. Where is the proof of that? So Britain has to.
Valley.
Yes. So United Nations, please. You don't just refer to United Nations. They have tons of situation in the world to do. So you don't think that they will be the first one to come and to your side and say, okay, let's solve it. They have plenty of problems going on in the world. So for them to consider our situation already sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Solomon, our time is running. I wanted to end the program, but like I said, I would like you to tell your viewers your Christmas message before we leave. But the message is clear. You have made it clear one more time. There is no need for us to go into war. This is an issue that we can solve amicably. This is an issue that we can solve just by sitting down around the table, by the round table, and negotiation will do. This is what People Liberation Council stood for all this while. And we have been very peaceful. We have been a non-violent organization. We have been very happy that our followers who believe in the People Liberation Council ideology are very peaceful and also believe in non-violence. This is not a time for us to be radical. Radical for what? Right? Radicalism will not solve this problem. This is an issue of Georgia, right? Georgia.
Yeah. But you can be radical in your position, not give up your position. But that doesn't mean you'll be violent.
You can be very solid and firm in your position.
Yes, we're
but
firm.
We do not want the violence. We don't want any kind of thing that will bring confusion.
Yeah. Because
to human foods.
Yeah.
So
if you say radical, you in the sound of demanding too much, then I would say I am radical. Because it's not too much for demanding that let's see the union.
You are demanding a very simple. You make a very simple demand. Union.
Yeah.
That is all that you are demanding. Demand.
Yeah, but people will consider that as a radical. Anyway, to our citizens, both territories for both countries. I hope that you had a peaceful and safe Christmas celebrations. And as we go into the new year, that we are all facing a common enemy, that is the COVID-19. So we don't, leave our guard. We have to be very, very careful so that we can come to the time where this pandemic will subside. But to that time, there are a lot of sacrifices to make, and we have to accept those sacrifices so that we can continue to live to achieve our goals in different aspects. Now, as we enter the new year, I will encourage everybody, Ghanaians as Western Togolans alike, to search the truth. Those who don't know about Western Togoland, because they have not been taught for a reason, should be bold enough to go and research. Right now, research, those days, it's not like in the past, in the 1950s or even 60s or 70s, that you have to go to a library, you have to find a book, you have to buy a book, you go online. The question you have, just Google the question. You'll find the solution. To know how Western Togoland and Ghana come together. So if you really want the truth, you can find it. Don't just rely on what opinion makers, quote unquote, are saying, but know for yourself. So I am appealing to my fellow citizens from Western Togoland to unite, to refrain from solutions that will not lead to real peace. So we can achieve the goal without firing one shot, just because we have all the elements in our position. And if everybody used the same argument, Ghanaians will listen. But if we are going each in different direction with different tactics, it's not going to work. So united we stand. You know the saying. So the thing is, we as the Ghanaians, the union that we voted for, we have been forced to voted for somehow, need to be at least effected. People did it reluctantly, but since it happened, at least let us effect the union so that we can live in peace and harmony with one another. So this is what I just want to tell fellow citizens from both sides, that we can be together just in peace and in justice. It doesn't do justice to Western Togolanders when they are seen like foreigners on their own land. So there can be union partners with Ghana, respecting one another, and that's what will make us be adult states. And we focus on development. You can focus on development when there's strife, when people are just going at each other's throat because of a few things, because of election. They say, okay, you are not Ghanaians. And what will happen when we have a united Western Africa? So people will vote they can vote across the borders. So if you want Pan-Africanism, yeah. So please let us live in peace with one another and focus on development, but not forget justice. Personal justice, people's justice, that is very important, because there's no peace without justice. Where there's justice, there's always peace.
Thank you, Solomon, for that message. I'm very grateful that you honor my invitation and then you come to today's show of Western Togoland Situation Room. I am impressed by your level of knowledge as long as Western Togoland is concerned. Today we are on a Christmas message, and we have given a little bit history, and we delve into the depth of Western Togoland. For those who are not aware of a little thing, today they are enlightened, and I'm happy that you, my viewers, also remain with us to the end of this program. I would like to take the opportunity to ask Ghana government to not be afraid to approach the issue of Western Togoland holistically. I will urge them to gather the courage and tell the Western Togoland the relationship between her country, Ghana, and that of Western Togoland.
Exactly.
So that we can all forge ahead. 2021, we should expect positive results from Ghana. We should live as brothers as we have always been. This does not call for any fight or something. Mr. Solomon declared that it is better to do jaw than to be fighting one another. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Western Togoland Situation Room. Mr. Solomon, if you do not have anything to ask, if you don't have anything to add to what I said, then I will say a very goodbye and a very big Merry Christmas to our viewers. Keep watching Western Togoland Situation Room every Saturday. Thank you so much. Continue to be safe.
What it do, my people? It's your boy Kingsley Ego B, aka King the Preacher, aka the Peacemaker, aka the joy of the people is my peace of mind. You are now watching Trend Africa. Don't touch that dial. If you you won't touch her. Come on there. Keep watching Trend Africa. We are here. Africa has come to stay. Don't touch that dial. One love. Keep watching. Ratata.
To advertise with us, donate sponsorships and suggestions, email us at trendafricatv@gmail.com or call us on 773-312-0318 or 773-756-6678. Remember to also follow and like us as Trend Africa TV on Facebook so you can always catch us live. On Instagram as Trend Africa TV 123 or subscribe to our YouTube channel as Trend Africa TV and click on the notification button to watch previous shows. You can also visit our website for your African news, entertainment, fashion, and sports updates on www.trendafricaonline.net. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.